Okay, before I start this video, I just want no one to send any hate to the Valve community and the moderators working there. They tried to make an update, it just came out not very well, so I'm just stating my opinion on it and stating how we could have done it better. Thank you. Okay, so as I'm sure you've probably heard, or may not have heard of by now, the Valve game Tf2 has recently got an update. In this update, it was trying to prevent chat spammers, chat bots that were saying the funny N-word all the time in chat, and it has really just screwed over and ruined the game for some of the newer players.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that's lovely. But Valve had a plan, and their plan was mute everyone. Here's what I mean. So, Corporation at Valve, the people there, they decided to, if your account was either very new, or if you haven't spent over £5, which is like $7 probably, on their game, that they would mute you. And that's not just chat. That's voice chat, and the in-game voice commands that Valve made. You can't even yell for medic when you need it. And, I mean, come on. Everyone's medic needs to know who to pocket. But here's why that's so bad. They may have muted them and they can't speak anymore, but they can still hack, which is really the reason people didn't like them. And with genuine new players, they can't type anymore. They can't ask anything and ask about the game. Sure, there's YouTube, but it's not as helpful as people think. If you've been playing TF2 for a decent chunk of time, you've probably had a new player ask you, oh guys, what's a decent class to play? How do I play? What are some good, easy classes? What should I do? What should I be? And they answer, but now they can't ask that anymore, which is really ruining it for them, because they'll be so confused on how to play and what they're doing. It's not fair on them, and they won't know what to do, which can probably lead to them dropping the game entirely. Just last week, you were allowed to still use voice chat and the in-game voice commands, like medic and other things. But if you don't have a microphone, that's not fair. And the voice commands, you can't ask much. They're useful, but not that useful. So I did some field research on this account that I had spent exactly £3.75 on. But I still couldn't use chat because it didn't reach Valve's minimum of £5 spent. Oof. What are your opinions on the recent Chatman update?
It's stupid, honestly. Instead of dealing with a broken VAC system, they are putting the blame on something that isn't even relevant to the situation at hand.
Anyone interested in doing an interview for the new chat ban update?
I think it's a step in the right direction, but also the wrong direction, because it punishes their ability to communicate. If Valve released a major update soon, they would have to ship it with bot fixes.
I meant to have another interview here, but the file corrupted. So just take my word, everyone I interviewed was against the update. But you may be asking yourself, but Chase, surely there has to be some good come out of this update. Well, yeah, there aren't mic spamming or spamming chat, which, if you hadn't noticed in Team Fortress 2, is mutable by pressing escape and clicking twice. Faster than honey advertises itself. But anyway, Valve has no excuses here. It's not like they can't afford to spend a little bit of extra money to try and buy a better anti-cheat, or even make one themselves, or just word restrictions and make it so they can't put unknown characters into the chat. It would be a much easier decision, and it would be easier to make. Now, there's going to be new players who are trying to type and trying to ask questions, but they just can't. And some people that might not even know about the bots because they were playing community servers might go onto a casual server for once, and they will be confused, and they could spend hours a day just trying to search and find out why they're muted. And they'll get no avail, because it's Valve. It's been an update. It's not that they're muted. It's not that they've said something or they've been hacked. So there'll be a lot of people really worried and scared because of this. All because Valve wasn't willing to spend a bit of money on their game. Honestly, it's turning into a bootleg EA. They are milking this for more money. Sure, I can understand and get behind why they did it a bit, but it's still milking it for money. They couldn't have just, made a better anti-cheat. I'm sure more people would have been better with that and potentially even donated for it. But this, come on Valve, you can do better than this. We've all seen it. You've got some great updates as TF2. It's an amazing game. It's really fun. But this is stooping to a level I didn't know they could. And yes, I get it might be a temporary, and I'm sure Valve, being the company it will try and fix it. If not succeed, then hey ho, it's happened now. And there's two main bots that caused it. N-word killer and I can't remember the other one's name. I'll show it on screen if I find it somewhere. But it's really annoying because Valve really easily could have just... they wouldn't have even had to do it because there's so many people that love Team Fortress 2. They probably could have had someone donate or even donate enough money to not lose any in revenue. Because people have spent thousands and thousands of pounds and dollars on it. I'm saying pounds first because I'm British, of course, but it's just a level I didn't know Valve would go to. I can get behind why they did it, but it's still such a stupid idea. And because there's more developers trying to look for jobs right now because of the whole cough going around, it wouldn't be too difficult to find someone who's willing to work for a lower salary than the current developers. I mean, they probably are 100% going to try and fix it and listen to the community because it's something Valve does. I think before they've added custom guns from Valve's community, they've added it into Team Fortress 2 because people liked it so much. Anyways, about this, end of the day, hopefully it gets fixed. We can't guarantee anything. End of the day, again, end of the day period, it just means we've got to wait it out a bit. It's not so bad, at least there will be a lot less, if none, of the people spamming funny M-word in chat. But, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to carry on with the video. I'm aware that my gameplay has glitched, crashed. I think it's corrupted near the end. I thought I've done something, so I'm just gonna continue speaking, hopefully with some generic gameplay that I have had for a while. I'm gonna stand up for this so you don't hear my chair squeaking all the time. And because to make a compelling argument, you should always list a good side effect as well as bad, so that you can let them make their own decision. This is the facts, some of my opinions. I'm going to let you guys make your own opinion on it. Let me know if you think what they did is right. I think for the moment it was perfectly fine, but there's probably some people that have spent money that they didn't need to because they could have just waited, which is a bit of a cash grab. It's kind of a bootleg EA move there. Hopefully Valve doesn't turn into EA, because EA's got some good games, but the fact you probably need to buy most of them and then buy the actual story in it instead of just free play, it's kind of yikers. But that's my opinion, and the facts I've stated. You can kind of tell what's my opinion, what's the facts. End of the day, Valve made an update. It wasn't a good update because people are spending money that they don't need to spend. And it's a bit of a cash grab, but that's fine, honestly, because it's only £5. Much as £5 could do a lot, especially to younger people, it's not too much of an issue because I'm sure Valve will sort it. So you make up your own decision. I genuinely hate the update because I can't chat. You can't even yell for medic, which that is just silly. Making him not be able to use the in-game voice commands. That's the reason they were made, for people that don't chat or don't have, a voice box, yeah, a microphone. I forgot the word for microphone there. Fucking heck. I tried to say heck and cake, but I swear I was not swearing. But no, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you can make up your own opinion on it now. If you haven't and anything you want to discuss, write a comment, and I'm open to have some conversation about it. It's 100% up to you guys who watch this. I put a lot of effort into this video. It's the first edit video on this channel. First video on this channel, kind of. I believe it. No, pardon me. But yeah, let me know how you guys have taken it in. Do your own research. Don't just take it from me. There's a lot of other videos on it from a lot of bigger creators. But yeah, do your own research as well. Don't just take it from me. And if you want, I'm willing to discuss anything in the comments. Right, I will see you in a bit.